Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Sports Podcast. I'm one half Anthony Carboni. To my left is the other half, Justin Vilche. And Justin, halfway through the conference finals already, man. It's almost the end of May. We're heading into June. Conference finals are halfway through. What do it's tough, but because we love the playoffs. Like it felt like it just started. We just saw like Boston play Toronto, and now we're like, we're almost done.
I
But we're
know.
halfway through these conference finals. It's really the games are getting intense, especially this New York
Great.
Florida series. This series has been good. Stars, Oilers, we're gonna get into that. But first, we gotta say what's up to the boy, Justin. How we doing, bro?
Good, bro. Good, bro. The conference finals have been super hype, better than the NBA ones. I mean, at least these are competitive and close. Like, we got
Yeah.
game 5 tonight. Rangers Panthers yesterday, insane game. So it's like, bro, like, dude, hockey's great right now. Like even when there's only 4 teams, it's still great. So, but yeah, everything good.
So let's get right into it. I think we should start off with the West. Let's go with Edmonton and Dallas. Ooh. So I think last we left off, the only game that was played was the Rangers and Panthers game one, where the Panthers won 3-0
Yeah.
and they were up. The Friday night where we got this uploaded, game one between Dallas and Edmonton was played, and the Dallas Stars lose that game in overtime. It was a very tight end game. Edmonton had the first two, then Dallas ended up tying it up, and Connor McDavid in overtime gets the game one winner, and the Oilers go up 1-0. Heading into game two, the Oilers didn't change a single thing with their lineup, and Dallas Stars came ready to play. They came out strong, they came out hard, and they won that game. I forget what the score was for that game. Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was I don't remember.
Because I'm
Uh,
pretty sure it was still another close contest, right?
yeah,
I
it
don't.
was.
I don't. I don't remember watching
It was
game. I
three
don't
one.
remember.
It was 3-1 Dallas won the game. Ben scored, Cutter Brown in the first period, and then 2 goals in the third, Marchment and Essa Lundell. And that was it. So pretty close
Uh-huh.
game. Empty net goal to make it 3-1. But you had a feeling that the Stars were not going to go down 2-0 again at home.
That's what I said. I was
Yeah.
watching the game. That was on
That
Saturday night watching that game, and I
yeah.
said, I'm like, I really don't think Dallas is gonna go down. I said on Twitter, I don't think Dallas is really gonna lose two home games, especially to the Oilers. And I was right. The Stars came out. I mean, they did score the first goal, but then Connor Brown responded pretty quickly, and then the Stars in the third period just took over that game. So it's a 1-1 series heading over to Edmonton, and then game three Monday. Whew, what a game that was. We weren't able to watch that game. We were seeing our boy Drake in coming out to 21 Savage in at Budweiser, so that was pretty sick. But Edmonton goes up 2-0 early in the first period, and it's looking really good. I said this on Twitter. They need to play consistent hockey in order to beat the Dallas Stars. They can't play well one period and do crap the next two or
Yeah.
whatever, right? And exactly what the Oilers did. Jason Robertson, I mean, we haven't talked about him enough in these playoffs. He's been relatively quiet heading in these
Yeah.
playoffs. And
Yes.
that was the breakout game right there. He had a hat trick. He pushed the Stars through, and they scored three straight to go up 3-2 on Edmonton in the game. Then I want to say it was Adam Henrique in his first game back, gets the tying
Yeah.
goal, makes it 3-3. And in the third period, Robertson gets the game winner,
Yeah.
and someone else got an empty netter. And the Dallas Stars take that game 5-3 and now lead the series 3-2. So the Oilers, they had that game. I mean, when you're up 2-0 in a playoff game, you really gotta take advantage of that, right? And the Oilers didn't do that. They shit the bed in the second period, and they let Dallas get back into this game, which, Edmonton just they had the two goals. They could have played defensively. Stuart Skinner could have been better. I mean, one of the goals, Robertson basically just
Oh yeah,
banked it
that was
off.
bad. That was
Right?
bad.
Like that's bad. You should have had that. But you know, what did you think? I mean, now
You know,
Dallas is leading too. So
what I thought was, this is what the Stars are here for. Like they don't like they can start off the game trash, but dude, that they know it's a whole 60 minutes. So bro, they can start off trash, but dude, they'll finish off strong. Like I don't understand Stuart Skinner. I like he's so like weird. Like he'll have a great three game stretch, and then he'll just concede goals like that to Jason Robertson. Like, what are you doing? Right? And
gotta
then
say, I mean, he
yeah,
was hugging the net already, and it somehow got through.
yeah.
Like
And
that's
it's
gotta
like
be
and that I'm pretty sure that was the game winner because Wyatt Johnson I think scored the third goal and then Robertson scored the fourth goal. So
Yeah.
by the way, Wyatt Johnson again like still going off, but again it's just like the inconsistencies of the Edmonton Oilers. Like yeah, sure, you got off to a good start. Hyman scores, McDavid scores early in the game. By the way, like it was like in the first like 10 minutes, and then I don't know, like the Stars just like completely just like took it, like they just took over the game, like they completely shut down that crowd. They shut down the Oilers, like, and that was it. Like the Stars just played their defensive game, and it was simple for them. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if DeBoer is just like out coaching Knobloch. I don't know if it's possible. Like
I mean,
it is
the Bulls are a well-respected guy. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a
I know. I
well-known
know. I don't
good
know
in
if
the,
it's
the
Otter being the better goalie, or maybe it's just the Stars being the better team overall. But again, I had the Stars going like winning this series in 6 games, and dude, like I could see the Stars winning tonight again. Like again, they shouldn't fear the Oilers. Like remember, they beat the Vegas Golden Knights, they beat the Colorado Avalanche. They have all the confidence in the world to beat this Edmonton Oilers team. Like this Edmonton Oilers team, I personally believe is not that great. Like they resemble the Leafs in a lot of ways. So I'm telling you, this Dallas Stars
besides
team,
winning playoff rounds. Besides winning playoff
besides play
rounds.
playoff rounds, yes, but again, they had a cakewalk. The Edmonton Oilers had a cakewalk to the conference final. Okay, and dude, I'm telling you right now, like this Stars team, bro, 2 more wins away. By the way, we're 2 more wins away from McDavid not getting his cup again. So
This
kind of
guy's just
manifest. So
McDavid.
yeah. So, so yeah.
Well,
But also
here's the
Rupe.
thing.
By the way, Rupe Hintz came back in Game 4, and then all of a sudden just like was just like amazing. Like I don't know if he needed to get injured for him to be amazing. I don't know what it was, but like all of a sudden, boom, just unlocked Jason Robertson, and Robertson just like went off. So big game, big moments for big players. So you know what? I'm not totally shocked, but it's okay. Stars.
Um, yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, like with Edmonton, not being as great. I mean, they look decent on paper, but the guys like Ryan McLeod, like what happened to that guy? He
I
was
know.
really good,
Yeah.
and his production's been nowhere to be found. I want to say the same for Evander. He's had some moments in the playoffs, but like it's not enough. Like he's not doing enough as what they signed him to be. It's not working. Like you're getting production from McDavid, Draisaitl, and
I know.
Hyman. Like
Bouchard, Bouchard.
are like he's doing well. Darnell Nurse as well. I mean, he's playing good defensively, but again, the
He's paired
Oilers
with like
rely so much on offense, and when like a few players decide not to, keep up the offense, it's not working. Like it clearly shows that the Oilers are not a great defensive team. They try to add pieces like that, like Ekholm, but it just doesn't fit the way like the star players play. Like it seems like Edmonton needs to score five, or like if they get scored on 4 times, they need to score five. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And playoff hockey, it's really not high. It shouldn't be high scoring. Like that was like 8 goals in a playoff game is crazy for it to be
yeah,
5-3. You know what I mean? So the Oilers have to find ways to win in a low scoring game, like the game 4 against the Kings where they won 1-0 and played a really good defensive game and locked it down. They need to play more games like that. And I don't think they can do it. They need this win tonight because if they lose, they will be done in 5. I think Dallas will get it done at home. If they
mm,
do lose tonight, all the pressure's on the Oilers. They're at home. Skinner's already confirmed to start, so we know they're not going back to Pickard. So what Edmonton needs to do, they just need to play better defensive hockey and be consistent. You have to start strong and finish strong. You can't just go have a great,
first
opening
period
10 minutes of the
and
and then
trash.
you give up 3 goals in the second period. And then now you're like now it's like it's a battle. When you're up 2-0 in a playoff game, you should have that locked down. Especially early in that game, you should keep the pressure going and you shouldn't take your foot off the gas. And that's what Edmonton did in game 3. So game 4, I expect a better Edmonton team. I expect McDavid to be better. I expect Hyman to be better. And I expect the defense to be better. I also expect Stuart Skinner to be better too, because like we talked about the Jason Robertson goal, that shouldn't have never went in the first place. And I think he knows that. So I think now he's going to take that and the Oilers will take game 4. But if they don't, I think the Stars will finish it in 5.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like again, I'm not sold on the Oilers. Like it's just never gonna happen. And it's a simple fact of they can't play a full 60 minutes. And dude, like the Stars can beat you in a low scoring game or in a high scoring game. Like I'm telling you, this series benefits the Stars. Like the Stars will beat you in any way possible. And
Mhm.
it's just a simple fact of like also Corey Perry. Remember, Corey Perry used to play for the Stars. Like he knows the Stars locker room. And he didn't even play in game four. Like he was scratched. I don't know. Like remember, he's been that difference maker. He's been that X factor for years in the
With the
like
Lightning, with Montreal,
yeah,
with Dallas,
Dallas,
like
and now he's even being healthy scratch. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if it's maybe his play has just been trash. But like it's been a really disappointing, I guess you could say, like part of his career in Edmonton. But like yeah, like
yep.
even like the depth guys, like just nowhere near, like nowhere to be. Like Dylan Holloway, where's he been? Nowhere. And it's like I don't know, Warren Fogle. Where's Fogle? Nowhere. And it's like it's crazy to think, but I mean, if Edmonton wants to win this cup, like they need depth guys, and those guys right there, like those five guys I just named, they got to step up and do something. Because, bro, if the Stars can just lock down the top four guys, McDavid, Draisaitl, Bushbaum, and Hyman, dude, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, I mean, if Edmonton loses a series in five, I mean, I think major questions need to be answered in the
Oh yeah,
offseason.
yeah.
They come in with the same team every year. We know who their guys are gonna be, and like it's predictable. They need something different. They need a different style of play. We
Mm-hmm.
know you have guys that get 100 points a year, but something has to change. Like you're great in the regular season for the most part. You can put up points, but defensively, and like you're giving up a lot of goals, and it doesn't benefit you at all. I mean, now you have to work harder and score more. We get it, you can do it, but like defensively, it's gonna break you guys down, and that's what's happening with Edmonton. That's what's you know how the Vancouver series was so close because I thought this should have been a cakewalk for the Oilers, right? And it wasn't. It went to 7 games, and
Yeah,
then now you're playing the Stars. It's a much difficult task. It's a more difficult task, but you got to
yeah,
clean up defensively. That's where it all starts. Defense wins championships. That's what the quote says, right? And the
yeah.
Oilers need to clean. They need to clean their defense up, and in order to win, I hope they win today and get the series 2-2 because I want game sevens. I want a couple game sevens
Mm.
in these conference finals. So we'll see if Edmonton can tie it up over in Edmonton tonight. Game four is on at what 8:30
It's
today
6:30. It's
or
okay. As long as it's not like 10 p.m. start times, that's all that matters. That's okay.
but
Yeah,
moving over to the Eastern Conference, the New York Rangers and Florida Panthers. This has been the best series to watch out of these two for
yeah.
sure. I love this series. Rangers in overtime, game two. They get that series tied up.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. We go 1-1 up into Florida, and oh, that game. Whew, we got to talk about game three. That was probably like game of the playoffs for me. That was so
Yeah.
awesome to watch. So in the first period, Sam Reinhart scores on the power play. I'm gonna have a take on Florida in a second, but the Florida Panthers, Sam Reinhart there scored a power play goal. They go up 1-0. Barclay Goodrow and Lafreniere have been going off.
I
The
know
Goodrow
both.
got the game. Then Goodrow comes back right in game three, scores a goal. Beautiful 1-1. Lafreniere gets another one, gets a beautiful, disgusting toe drag goal. 2-1 Rangers. Sam Reinhart ties it up on the power play, and the Rangers go up 4-2 with another goal from Goudreau, and then a disgusting little toe drag backhand goal from Lafreniere. He's starting to become the player that we expected him to be. He's been fantastic. The
Number
Rangers go
one.
to the third. What's that?
No, I'm saying like that's why he's the number one overall draft pick because of situations like
Exactly.
this. Now all of a
He's
sudden
finally finding.
he
He
came back.
found his game. He's
Man,
playing
he came back.
amazing. So they go
Yeah.
up 4-2 going into the third period. And then the Rangers don't do anything in the third period. Like the Florida Panthers absolutely dominated that third period, and they got goals from Barkov and then Forsling. I said on Twitter, Forsling is a very underrated defenseman,
Yeah.
and he's shown he's a smaller guy, but he's got a wicked shot, and he
That's got
buried one
skill.
right past to tie
Yeah.
the game up 4-4. Start of overtime as well. The Panthers dominated because it went to overtime. It was 4-4. Panthers dominated that overtime. They came out strong. The Rangers looked flat. They get a whistle in the Florida Panthers zone. Wenberg wins the faceoff. It gets back to the point. Point shot. Like the Rangers were not dominating that overtime at all. I thought they were going to lose that game. They get a shot from the point. Wemberg tips it in, and the Rangers win 5-4 in Sunrise to take a 2-1 series lead. That was an impressive game from the Rangers, even though they shit the bed in the third and were terrible in overtime. They somehow pull off a win. There is no quit in New York. There is no quit in New York.
No
And
quit.
then last night, game 4.
Bro.
Oh man, I was watching the first period. I mean, the power play finally had to start clicking, and it did. Vinny Trocheck with an absolute bomb from below the hash marks, just bar down over Bob. 1-0 York. Then in the second period, Verhaeghe gets a goal. And who got the first one? Who got the
Reinhardt.
first one? Reinhardt. So Reinhardt get the first one on the power play, of course. You see a
Obviously.
little theme. You see a theme going on here. Verhaeghe, I think, also gets a power play goal. Okay, it's 2-1. And then
Of
in the
course.
third period, Lafreniere scores another goal. So, like we said, he's playing good. 2. And then in overtime, Montour to Barkov to Reinhardt, goal, overtime winner on
Power play.
the Florida Panthers are power play merchants. All right, I am sick of this team. Man, they are power play merchants. All of their goals were on the power play yesterday. All 3 of their goals were on the power play. I'm gonna keep. They are power play merchants, man. If you see them 5-on-5, they're not as good as they are on the power play. I mean, sure, whatever, but like, dude, a lot of these calls are stupid as well. Like
Yeah.
some of these,
Oh,
like,
I know. Dude, these refs, bro, all playoffs. I don't know.
have not. Like, I'm not gonna talk about the Truba thing because clearly he was a chicken wing. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
fair. But like a lot of these calls, man, they're pretty soft, and
yeah.
it bit the taking these penalties bit the Rangers, and they lose that game, and now it's 2-2 going back to MSG. What are
you
your thoughts on this series
know,
so far?
I think it's been the better series overall, other than like better than the Oilers Stars one. But I
I
also think, yeah,
agree.
you're right. Like, dude, this rep, like, I don't understand. Like, dude, we're in the final four. Like, stop being soft. Like, the whole point of the playoffs is to,
Like, right, all the time, just pen
yeah, yeah,
interference. Oh,
yeah. It's like,
game
bro, come on now.
in
Like,
the playoffs, right?
yeah, and but even Brian Marchand said like the whole point of the playoffs is to injure the other team's players so that you can get an advantage. Like that's just what it is. Like in like you're not gonna stop that. Yeah, you can call all the penalties you want, but dude, it's gonna happen. Like players are gonna get injured. So I think it's been pretty soft. Like Rangers Panthers, this is gonna be a feisty little series out here. Like you got guys who are like Matthew Tkachuk's gonna be in your face, Trouba's gonna be in your face, Lomberg is gonna be in your face. Like Keandre Miller is gonna be in your face. Like they don't care, bro. And the fact that now the Rangers, like, I think they know that like they could stop this Panthers team 5-on-5. Like,
Oh,
if you just look at the box score, you can just be like, okay, look, all their goals were on the power play. If the Rangers can just stop taking stupid pens, okay, and just focus on 5-on-5, okay, they'll be fine. Like, again, you're right. The Panthers team are power play merchants. Like 5-on-5, they really shouldn't be scared of the Panthers. Like, and it's quite obvious. Like the Panthers do their damn they're literally the Oilers, just power play merchants. It's literally what it is. Like, okay,
that
power
last
play.
goal was a set play. They've been doing it all season. The
Yeah.
bumper pass
It's
over to
like,
Butler and rips
and it's
one.
like
It's been
dude, it's
all.
it's the same play every time. Like at some point, teams gotta watch and be like, okay, look, we have to set up for this play because they do it over and over and over again. Now, the Rangers though, like
They need to play.
they have
Their play has been so bad. Like I'm very shocked that they're not down in this series right now. The fact that
yeah,
it's 2-2 is crazy
and it's because
because
of, it's because of
game
clutch
three,
goals.
realistically they should have lost game 3. Game 2 went
Yeah,
to overtime. Been a coin flip. This series could have been 4-0 Panthers right now, right? It's
yeah,
2-2. And
yeah.
like you said, the play is inconsistent right now. Like they are not playing Rangers hockey. The Carolina series that was way long ago now. That's when they were playing good. Games like 1 through 3, they were playing amazing.
Mhm.
Now they and here's another thing. Their power play sucks. Their power
I
play
know.
was garbage.
You know,
Like yesterday, they broke through finally, and the
it's really
second
been
power
the
play they good, but like, man, they got to get better on the power play. Like Panarin and Zibanejad are missing. Where's the milk carton? They're missing. I haven't seen them do anything in the series.
bread man.
Zibanejad has 0 points in the series.
That's right.
Bobrovsky has more points than Zibanejad in the series. Bobrovsky has an assist. So your number one center is not doing anything. Anything. He
But
he
you're
needs to
still
step up.
tied in series. You're
But you're still
still
tied.
going to MSG. So again, that should be a boost for the Rangers. Like, okay, Zibanejad and Panarin really haven't done much, but we still have guys like Barkley, Goudreau, like Lafreniere who are stepping up. So it's just a matter of okay, as long as we get these guys going, Panarin and Zibanejad, dude, they'll be fine. Like if they click in Game 5, dude, they gotta have the series locked up. And it's
They
like
should.
Raiders, like as a team, not worried like on the board. It's just Sturkis keeping them in the game. Like as long as Shisty is in that net, okay, and he's playing fine, dude. The Rangers have all the confidence. Like I think they win Game 5. I don't see a reason. I don't see how they lose Game 5. Like yeah, sure they've been being outplayed, but dude, Game 5 MSG. It's only a matter of time before Panarin and Zibanejad start picking up points, and it's like, dude, I think the Rangers take Game 5. Like they really shouldn't be worried. Like,
Yeah, and if you do lose Game 5, I mean, you go back to Florida down with the chance for them to go through. I mean, it's not looking good. So New York needs Game 5. Like I've been watching this team for like a while this year. Like these guys have just been like clicking.
yeah,
And now
yeah,
it's tough because they know they could easily be down in the series, but they're not. They're not. They need to
2-2.
get the power play to be more consistent. They need to stop
Penalty
taking
killing.
penalties. I mean, Shesterkin is playing amazing, so I can't even you can't even
He,
critique Shesterkin. He's been
he
great. He's been fantastic. I think he's been better than Bobrovsky in this series for
had
sure.
it.
I think
Yeah.
The Florida Panthers have had way like double the shot attempts on
Yeah.
these guys,
It's
allowing way too many shots, and they need to clean it up. Like they need to clean it up more defensively. Like Fox, Truba, Miller, Gustafson. Like they really gotta start cleaning up that like the shots because they're getting way too many chances. And Shesterkin's gonna, he's getting tired, man. Like he's playing
yeah, it's only a matter of time
like
before he lets in
he's
a couple.
facing so many shots and he's saving like a lot of high
Yeah.
danger chances. I think the high danger chances have been more with Florida on Shesterkin than
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
Rangers have on Bob. Like Bob has had I guess, an easier series,
Series.
I think, from
Yeah.
watching, right? So what the Rangers need to do is they need to figure out like, hey, we gotta get our top guys going. We pay these guys like Panarin's making tons of money. So is Zib. And they need to start clicking because without these guys doing their job and producing at the rate that they have in the regular season, the series is gonna be over, right? You need Zibanejad to start coming and going and scoring because he's your number one center. And if he's not performing, you're done. Kreider can score. He's been doing it. You can see Lafreniere's doing it. Trocheck is doing it. Where's Panarin and where's Zibanejad? Because without those guys clicking, they're not going to win the series. And I think Game 5 at MSG with the chance to go up 3-2, I think we're going to see a different Rangers team. Wheeler's back in the lineup. He'll be back at home. He was
Oh
in the
yes.
lineup for Game 4.
That's
So
massive.
I think they should keep the same lineup as they did in Game 4. I wouldn't change anything.
Mm.
And I think they will, like Panarin and Zibanejad will have a bigger impact in Game 5
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't know. I think maybe you slide in Wheeler on maybe like a fourth line, only because like he will get in your face. Like he's a playoff guy. Like remember, this series is all about like playoff guys, like tough guys, like getting in your face, bro. After every whistle, Wheeler's that dude. Like let's not forget, like Wheeler is a pest. Like he doesn't care who you are as well. Just like most of the guys in the series, I think. Like imagine like Wheeler and Rempe, like just there, just in your face. Like have fun with that. So I think you might have to bring in Wheeler, and maybe bring in something new because again, all series the Rangers have been pretty much getting dominated throughout this series. Like the Panthers have been having their way. So I think maybe you got to switch up something and bring in Wheeler in Game 5, which I honestly believe like they should do because honestly
I
like
mean, he played Game 4, so
yeah I
I'd
know
assume that I'd assume he'd play. I'd assume he'd played Game 5.
especially
I
in
think
MSG.
I would put him on the third line though. I wouldn't put him on the fourth
Yeah,
line. I think you get like a nasty. I put Kako. I switch him with Kako because Kako's really not doing that
Paco,
great. So
dude, it's only a matter
I'd
of
go.
time.
I would do Kako, Goudreau, and Rempe on the fourth, and then just put Wheeler in Kako's
Yeah,
spot on the
yeah,
third
maybe.
because Wheeler can make plays. Like he's not a bad player.
Yeah,
He's
dude,
older.
let's forget who Wheeler is. Like,
It's great that he's back and he's in the lineup. It definitely
yeah,
helps the team. But we'll see. I mean, it's game 5 tomorrow night at MSG. It's gonna be electric. I'm definitely gonna watch that. 8 o'clock start time. We both think the Rangers are gonna win. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think.
I said Rangers in 7, so I hope this series goes 7 because it's fantastic. And I despise Florida. I'm so sick of seeing these guys. Like they were in the cup final last year and they got smoked. So what's gonna happen if they play the Dallas Stars?
Yeah, I
Because I
know.
think Dallas, if they play Dallas, it's over. If they play Edmonton, maybe they got it. But like, I don't want to see these guys, man. Like, it's time for
I
New
know.
York. We haven't seen the Rangers win in like '94. It's been
I
30
know.
years. Like, I think it just feels right for New York to win, and they just need to play better. They
Yeah.
need to play how they were playing against Washington and Carolina, and take that over here. It
Yeah.
Adam is stakes are high, and the lights are bright. We're
The
gonna
lights
see
are
who
always
steps
bright.
up.
But yeah, no.
But
No,
now
I
it's
thought
brighter because it's
not
game
now.
5.
And plus no New York Knicks action either. Now it's fully hockey. So it's like now Knicks fans are like, okay, now we got a Rangers squad out there who are in the Final Four. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I do think Rangers take this because I'm just
I
tired
hope
of seeing
so.
the Atlantic team winning. Like I'm so done with this, bro. Like I'm tired of every single Atlantic team, bro. Like just get out of here, bro. Please. Like give me a Metro squad in there. Like Rangers, let's go. Come on, boys. I got full faith in the Rangers.
Well, I think the last thing we should leave off is the Marner rumors. Now, there's like we're speculating that he's on the move. We've been saying it. People like Frank Cervalli on Twitter saying there's a 5% chance he stays with Toronto, which is,
Pretty low.
which is we saw him having a meeting with Berube, Mitch Marner. They were apparently they were spotted at a coffee shop just talking. And a lot of fans are speculating it could be talking about, him playing again with the Leafs this year,
Yeah.
or
Maybe a
telling him,
roll.
hey,
Roll. You know.
role being more of a defensive player. Now we know Berube is more of a defensive coach, and I think he would put Marner in more of a defensive winger role. I mean, they tried him on defense too, which was
Have.
pretty funny to see.
Have.
But yeah, what do you think? Do you think Marner's getting traded still, or I mean, this should
I,
happen soon?
I think he is. Like, we really shouldn't take this as like a big thing. Like, coaches have meetings with their players all the time. Like, it's whatever. Like, he's gonna know his players anyway. Like, it was only like he's literally the coach of the team. Either if he gets traded or not, like he's gonna have a chat with these guys. So yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. They could be talking about a whole bunch of things, family, maybe trying to just get to know Marner on a personal level. I don't know. I still think Marner's gone anyway. But yeah. On the other hand, the Devils hired a new coach, and
Sheldon Keefe?
it's our former one. Sheldon Keefe has been added to the Devils coaching staff and is now the head coach. Now, I found this really funny because is Jack Hughes really gonna listen to Sheldon Keefe? Like, come on now. We know Jack Hughes has an ego. Like, come on. Like, do we really think like Sheldon Keefe is gonna bring this Devils squad far?
Maybe,
Come on,
maybe.
stop, dude, stop, Brody. Like, I'm not even sold on the Devils, and now you just bring in Sheldon Keefe, bro. All right, bro. Like, enough of this. Like, bro, I'm not sold on the Devils. I'm not sold on Sheldon Keefe. Sheldon Keefe can't even make it to the conference final with this Leafs team, and you're gonna tell me that he's gonna bring this Devil squad like to a cup run? Okay, bro. Like, this gotta stop. Like, I don't know what the Devils are thinking, honestly.
I mean, I can't say Sheldon Keefe's a bad coach. I can't say he's a
No,
bad
I don't think
coach.
he's a bad
Like
coach.
he did have like five straight 100-point seasons with the Leafs in the regular season. So we know he can bring these guys to the playoffs,
Yeah,
right? He can bring them to the playoffs. Well, I've said it before. I feel like Keefe knew what was wrong with Toronto. It's just the players didn't know how to execute under what he was saying. That's what I personally think. But maybe under a new Devils team, there's like, it's different now. You've got a lot of young players mixed with vets. Like you got Hughes, you got Mercer, you got other Hughes, you got a younger squad,
Rob
I'd
Pratt,
say.
Eric
Yeah,
Holloway.
exactly. You've got a younger squad, and I know Keefe is definitely gonna, bring these guys. Probably, I think the Devils will probably make playoffs next year. Like I think this year was just like a
I
mismanaged
think it was a fluke
year.
because Dougie Hamilton was out. Dougie
Yeah,
Hamilton is like
yeah, he was injured most of the year. I think Keefe can bring these guys back to the playoffs next season. It's just only a matter of like who Fitzgerald and Keefe want to bring in to this Devils
yeah.
team. We know we know the goaltending. I mean,
It's
they
an issue.
traded away. Who did they trade away, bro? Who was it?
Remember they got
Vanacek.
Allen,
Vanacek was bad. They have Allen and they have
like Kakinen.
who yeah. I mean, it's a solid. It's a solid. It's not. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably go with Allen. I'd probably say they split like 60-40,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
I think they need to address a good goalie like Markstrom in the off year. That would be their best bet. And maybe some veteran forwards like McDermott is whatever. Like he's kind of garbage at
Just sign him
hockey.
for Ray. Like that was it. Like, come on, let's be honest. He's only gonna sign
Just
him when they face the Rangers. Like, come on. Like,
exactly. So I think they really need some more vet pieces and goaltending. And I think Keefe has his players in mind.
I think I
Like
think
I
I
feel
got
like he's gonna go talk to the Leafs and be like, yo, like send me Yarncroke, send
Cam.
me Cam, send me Martin
Yeah, yeah.
Jones. You
True.
know,
I think maybe a Nikolai. Well, he's the type. Yo, hello.
yeah, I don't know what just happened there. My internet just cut. But I heard what you said. Ehlers would be a good fit for the Devils.
I think he's a good fit there. I mean, they need more like Ehlers. Again, the Jets. I don't know what the Jets are on. I don't know if the Jets are in a weird spot. Which again, I don't even rate the Jets. I actually hate them. So I mean, if the Jets just want to trade everyone off, which I mean is cool too. Like I'm fine with that. But yeah, I just think Ehlers would be a good fit in New Jersey. Maybe he gets a fresh start. New coach. Playing with Jack Hughes. I think that could really work. But I don't know. That's just my personal preference.
I guess we'll see what happens there. But I don't think we got anything else to discuss. I
I think
think
so.
that's it. Well, yeah, we've been a little inconsistent with the uploading because
It's just been
we're
mad busy.
busy, mad busy. But we're gonna get another one on Friday before our soccer game, of course. So
First
stay
off,
tuned for that.
you
Go
already know.
follow go follow Team Gray U 29 on Instagram. That's where we're playing. So yeah, we won our first game. So we got game 2 on Friday. So we're gonna try and go 2-0. So stay tuned for that. But we're gonna try and get another podcast out Friday. We should have game 5 played for the Rangers, and we should have game 4 played for the Oilers series. So we'll see what happens. And until then, enjoy the rest of the playoffs. We'll see you guys on Friday. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and tell all your friends. Like I said, enjoy the playoffs, and we'll see you guys Friday. Go Rangers and go Oilers for me. All right. Take it easy, guys.